Hey, what's up guys? It's Pat and welcome back to another mod showcase. And today we are going to take a look at the Chocolate Quest mod. And when I went through this, guys, I was so surprised at how much content it actually added into the game. There are a ton of bosses, mobs, weapon, armor, and these awesome dungeons. And luckily for me, they added in like these special blocks where I can actually spawn in every single dungeon, so I can show you guys exactly what there is to offer. So right here is the castle, which spawns in the plains biome. And I actually saw like under here there's a chest right underneath it. Kind of interesting. The only thing is there is nothing in these spawners because it says like .prop, and that's probably why. But you'll be able to see how many spawners there are. See, there's like a bunch on that side, in this side, and there are going to be chests all over the place. See, there's one right here. It's got some sticks, some flint, and some gold ingots. Nothing too important in there. But I've seen some amazing stuff like diamonds and emeralds like all over the place. And bosses do spawn in these places as well. So we'll go through here. Try to give you a quick look of all the stuff because there is so many things to show in this mod. So I'm going to give you like a quick gander at everything. I've never said that word before, but it just came out. There are chain boots, golden leggings, and you can see two of these things are actually enchanted as well. So you're going to see like a bunch of enchanted gear. Take this right up here. And there are spawners all over the place. Very dangerous. If you love like RPG adventure mods, this is like the perfect mod for you. And there's some torches in there, and spawners at every single turn here. We'll just head further up. And from outside, you can actually see how big this place really is. It is a very large dungeon. There's all different ways to go here. I mean, look how many rooms there are in this place. It's pretty ridiculous. Let's see how high up we are. So there is the top, where there's a bunch of spawners. I'd have to imagine there's some pretty good loot at the top right here. Yeah, diamonds. And these hook things, which are kind of interesting. I'll show you guys how they work after. You could like hook yourself onto something and pull yourself up. It's pretty weird. And here is one of the staffs, which you can craft, and you can also find them in the dungeons. So pretty cool. This one was the regular castle. There is another castle, and this one is like the snow castle, different version. But it looks different, so I'm going to spawn it right there. If you want to mess around with it like this, you can. Just right-click with this, and it will appear in like 5 seconds. It's pretty interesting how it works. I've actually never seen anything like that in a mod before. Like, bam, it just grew. It was weird. But here it is. And you can see it is much different than that castle, so lots of variety in this mod as well. You can see even at the bottom here, like on the way in. Oh, it's dark. I need more of this. Alright, so you can see there are a ton of spawners, like even down here at the bottom. Like, I don't know if you'd want to go in through this way or what. I'm trapped under the ice here. You can see in this place, there are a bunch of buildings as well. So if you go in here, there's like spawners in front of the doors. It's not exactly what I like to see. There's a chest here, a ton of food. I actually did notice this, and a lot of the chests, there's a bunch of food. So if you really need food, you're probably not going to have to make like a garden or something. If you'd rather adventure for your food, you probably could with this mod. I also noticed that a lot of the furnaces actually have stuff in them. Not that one. Not that. That's like the best example ever, wasn't it? There's absolutely nothing in there. But sometimes there's coal. I've even seen iron ingots in there. Not lying. It really happened. There's nothing in that one either. But as you can see, there are a ton of like little houses around here. Even some wool on the ground if you want to grab that. And a bunch of food there. So you can always get materials and stuff you need. But the interesting thing about this structure is that there's like this weird thing in the middle. And you can actually go up this. I'm not exactly sure where the entrance is. So we're going to start at the top here. And there's like some kind of like, I don't know if you call it a lighthouse. You can see it's like redstone right here. And probably lights up. And there are treasures up here. There is emeralds, a block of gold. So the best stuff you're going to find like at the top of this place right here. A couple more chests. This one over here. So yeah, lots and lots of stuff. This one even has a staff in it too. But yeah, if you do follow this down, it will bring you, to the bottom of this place. I remember the entrance being kind of weird. I'll show you guys in a second. And of course, there are spawners on the way up. So many challenges. Really a great adventure mod right here. So I'm trying to go down this. It's so long. You could spend hours like adventuring through these like structures here. It really makes the dungeon so much more fun when there's this much to do. The volcano is amazing. I can't wait to show you guys that one. Try to like get down this. This is gonna be like the longest mod review ever. There's so much stuff added in. I think this is the way out right here. Yeah, I think it is. So you can get in through over here. I don't know how you would, really. I guess you probably could. You could probably just build your way up and get out of there. There's even like a spawner on top of this snow right here. They put them everywhere. So the next one we will spawn in is the ice cave, which is gonna look weird because it's a cave and, it would be underground. It's not underground right now, so obviously there'd be like, you know, stones surrounding it and stuff. You can see there are a bunch of spawners with chests right underneath them, so some rewards. And in the middle is the boss. So when you find the ice caves, you're going to find the ice bull. It's kind of an interesting mob. He charges at you. I'm actually going to spawn iron golem, show you guys how he fights right now. So if he goes after him, he like spawns ice as he goes, and he just charges really quickly all around you. He'll be a tough fight just because of his speed. You can see how he's like adding ice to the ground over here. He has 300 hit points. So you'll come across him in these caves. And there are a lot of chests. Obviously going to be much harder to find your way around here than it is right now for me. This is just like a good example of what you're going to see. So the next one is the jungle cave. Obviously, you know, only going to find this in the jungle. As with the snow castle and the ice cave, those are only going to be found, you know, in the snowy biomes. And this is underground in the jungle. Spawns much different, this cave, obviously, as you can see right here. And I believe that is the spider boss. Kind of an interesting boss as well. I will spawn an iron golem for him too. He kind of just like jumps all over the place. He shoots, as you can see, he shoots, what's that called? Webs at you. And sometimes he'll make a web on like the ceiling and he'll like jump up to it. So it's kind of interesting. He's not super tough. The iron golem pretty much like owns him right here. But you can see, you go up around this, it's like a tree in the middle, and there's chests. There's like a floating one right there. And a bunch of different foods. As I said, a lot of the chests do have food, so you're gonna have no problem finding any. There's also like mushrooms around. Get your way to the top over here. And here we go. It makes sense that he would be on the bottom, because remember guys, this is like an underground like cave. So you'd be going down, not up. And at the top right here, there is like an awesome mushroom. I always love things like that. So you can see how many different things there are here already. So the next one, this one's really cool. It takes a while to spawn. I've tried it a few times. I'm gonna try to get a little further away. It's pretty big. It is the Nether City. Only gonna find this in the Nether, guys. And something I did notice, I'm not sure if it's this way with every single one of these structures, but they can spawn differently each time. At least I know the Nether City can. So there's like different Nether cities you'll see. So just seeing one doesn't mean you've seen everything. There's like a bunch of different buildings. And here it goes. My computer sounds like it's gonna blow up. Trying to load this one. Oh man, it's coming in. Oh, it's missing the coolest one. There's like this really cool structure that has like a roller coaster on it. And if you press the button for the roller coaster to like go, ooh, I haven't seen this farm over here with nether wart. But yeah, if you press the button and go on it, because I did, that's the first thing I did. I was like, oh man, I want to go on the roller coaster. Then it blows up the treasure chest, which is like hidden. So don't do that. If you see it, guys, definitely don't go on it. Well, get rid of the redstone that connects it first, and then you'll be all right. So there's like beds in here. Oh, one of these has to have something in it. No, damn it. But you can see there is so much stuff you could get here. All kinds of unique buildings. Obviously spawners around these areas too. It's just not like a happy village or something. I mean, how could you imagine that it would be? We're in the nether anyway. But yeah, cool stuff. Even like a spot for like a nether portal right here. Interesting. So I'm going to spawn one more just on the chance that I could find that structure I really wanted to show you guys. I'm going to try one more time. We can get it. It's pretty awesome. Alright guys, I have found it. This is it. So I saw this and I was like, oh man, I really want to ride on this roller coaster, which it starts right there with that button, but hidden in here, just in case you guys decide to use this mod, this is very important. There is a chest. There's multiple actually, and there's TNT like around it. See, there are 3 different chests and they have some amazing stuff in them. So I'll show you guys real quickly. So in here, there is a hook chute, and there are 6 diamonds. And here, blocks of gold, more diamonds. So you're really going to miss out on some stuff if you accidentally, you know, blow this one up. There might be one more chest. No, that's where the redstone connects. So we'll go on this, and we'll see it blow up, because I think it's fun. All right, we'll come down here, go on and ride it around. So you can get rid of that, and you can actually, like, use this if you want to connect this to your house somehow from the nether. I mean, you probably could just because there could be a nether portal. I think that's what triggered it right there. And bam, you would just go in there and you'd blow up at the same time. That'd be so awful. All right, it's nighttime. Let's switch it back to day, and we will check out the next structure. There are a couple more. The next one's a stronghold, and it's not like an actual, you know, like stronghold like the normal stronghold in Minecraft, but it is a building, which I'm probably going to spawn inside. I think this happened to me before. Trying to get away before it spawns in. It's pretty big. A lot of these structures are. Oh, spawned right inside it, didn't I? Alright, there we go. Let me get my night potion on. So yeah, lots of bookshelves around and tons of chests. You can see they're like all around here. And lots of rewards. I mean, look at this. More diamonds, blocks of gold. You're gonna see all this stuff when you go into here. It's pretty ridiculous how many like rewards you can get going through these. And very dangerous. You can see there's like lava over here. Gotta be careful. Don't want to like get knocked off by a mob. Plus it makes you jump. I mean, you have to jump. Someone could easily screw that up, especially if like a skeleton or something is shooting at you. So it's gonna be an interesting journey. I like fell right I fell right in the lava. As I was saying, that could possibly happen to you. And I'm creative. Alright, so spawners around. I'm trying to get through this. I don't even know where I am right now. But if you look at it, it is a very big building. And actually, at the top of it is like it's like water going down. It's kind of interesting. I'm not sure why it spawns like that, because it's like a stronghold. And I don't see any way that it actually connects. Actually, right here it does. So if you do make your way up the stronghold, you can actually like find your way out through here. I'm struggling to get through this. There we go. If you work your way all the way to the top, you can actually get out of it, which is probably a good thing, because it's really easy to get lost in some of these structures. And you can see there's actually sticky pistons, so that probably can get closed as well. The next structure, and this one you're going to see in any biome. It's important to mention the stronghold is only found in the Taiga biome. But this one, the underground dungeon, can be found in any biome, which I've just spawned in. And I mean, look at all those spawners. There are 4 right next to each other. And I swear, I'm going to find one of these furnaces that actually has something useful in it. There's like 1,000 furnaces here, and they're like in front of the door for some reason. Oh, there we go. 3 iron ingots. See, I didn't lie. There actually can be stuff in there. So if you check them, it's like a very cramped dungeon. These will be underground. You'll probably find these the most because they can be in any biome. And they're pretty big. I'm trying to like somehow find a way out of this place. There we go. So yeah, it's not huge, but some stuff to explore, and you could definitely get some cool things. All right, the best one for last. This one is the volcano. It takes forever to load. It really does. It is found in the mountain biome. Really the coolest dungeons in this mod, I have to say. I was surprised because I never actually went through them before. And you'll see this loads in a minute. I'm gonna probably spawn in the middle of it here. Alright guys, it has finally spawned in. It really took a few minutes for it to do it. So we are inside a giant volcano. And if you've played Twilight Forest, you've seen the Hollow Hills. This basically takes that and brings it to a whole new level. There's ore all over the place. We're in like a giant mountain right here. And look at this. It's ridiculous. It goes all the way up to the top. Ore on the sides. There's diamonds, emeralds everywhere. And it does kind of look like we can see outside, but that's just the refusing to load. It's such a giant structure, and that's really the problem here. But you could probably get stacks of emeralds and diamonds if you explore this place. You could also see there are spawners all over the place. So you're probably gonna, be fighting a lot, trying to collect the ore. And that is one way out. You're probably not gonna go from that way. If you go over here, there's actually some like rooms you can go through, which is kind of interesting since we're inside like a volcano. So we'll go over here. And there's like bookcases on the sides, different rooms to explore inside the volcano. Very interesting. And if you go this way, you actually can get out of here. So this is probably the entrance you'll take. And you'll see that another structure kind of spawned with it as part of the volcano. The volcano looks pretty ridiculous. I mean, it's massive. Really looks like a volcano from here if it, all loaded correctly. But in here, there's also an end portal. You can see right there. Like, we're looking through the wall right now. But yeah, there's an end portal in here. So you can actually find some very interesting things. Alright guys, now we are going to go over the bosses and the mobs as well as the weapons and armor. I'm going to try to do it pretty quickly because I would hate for this to be overly long as a mod review. So we'll grab some of these casters, the necromancer, the lich, and the pig mage. They all summon minions to help them fight. So we'll spawn the necromancer first. He has some like dark spells. You'll see his minions might come out or not. They might kill him too quick. But you definitely can see he's shooting things at them right there. And he also heals himself. Alright, he is the weakest of the 3. The next one is the lich. And this one's a bit more powerful. He's got more health. He also shoots spells just like he did. You see he's shooting stuff at him right now and healing himself as he goes. And he also drops gravel on their head. It's kind of a unique ability. So if you're fighting him, be very careful. You don't want to like suffocate to death by gravel. That'd be terrible. Alright, and the most powerful one is the pig mage. This one actually has like fire spells, where it's gonna like shoot like an inferno of fire all around him. We'll see if he can get this done. There he goes. And he is lit on fire. So be very careful around this one. Also shooting things at them as well. And they can all summon minions. Okay, so the next boss I'm going to show you guys is the turtle boss. This one has 500 hit points, some very unique abilities. He spins around in a circle, which does damage. You can see right now he's like trying to spin. There he goes. He spins. So be careful of that, and he like shoots through you. He also can shoot bubbles at you that puts you into the air and then drops you. So he's got some very unique like fighting styles, as he's doing right there to the Iron Golem. So the next one I'm going to show you guys is probably the Walker King. Very powerful. Alright, this dude has got 250 hit points, and he also has a shield that can block attacks. So he's very hard to kill. He hits extremely hard. So he's doing 14 damage. He can easily kill all 3 of these Iron Golems at the same time. And there is another dude. It's pretty similar. It's the Pirate Captain. The Pirate Captain has 500 hit points. He doesn't have the same defense as the Walker King because he doesn't have diamond armor on. But another one of these bosses you're really going to struggle with probably in this mod. Alright, they're after him now. But he can defend attacks as well, so he doesn't take too much damage. Alright, so there is one more left. No, there's 2. These both are a little glitchy. So the first one, the Monk King, it's like a giant, like, monkey, 1,500 hit points. You'll see his fighting style is a little odd. Go after him, Iron Golem. He has a very low defense, and he gets hit, like, really high into the air. What he kind of does, he just swings his arms around like that, which can knock things very high. It's not super accurate or anything like that. You would definitely avoid getting hurt if you actually fought him in a battle. He does have a ton of health, though, but his defense is really low. And the other one is very similar as well. It is the Exterminator prototype. And guys, this is basically the mutant Iron Golem that people always ask about. There should be a mutant Iron Golem. This is him right here. This is the mutant Iron Golem against the little Iron Golem. He's much bigger. He does the same thing. He just spins his arms around so you can avoid his attacks. So it's not like the best fighting style. But you have to watch out. I mean, you can get launched into the air and hurt pretty badly. So that was pretty much all the bosses. I'm not going to go over every single mob. If you guys want to check out the mod, you will see these. There are tons of like skeletons, zombies, pirates, goblins, all kinds of stuff. And I don't want to make it overly long trying to show every single one of these. Except for maybe I'll show this. The Enderman, he's kind of funny because he has like a weapon. He has himself a stone sword. It's like the stronger Enderman. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting mobs in this mod. So we are now going to go to the weapons. And there are a ton of them. And there's all different like styles. There's a healing staff, water, wind, electric, dark, ice, fire, and poison. And I'm not going to go over all the recipes. Almost every single thing has a recipe. I'll just show you guys something real quick about them. If you go to recipe right here, everything requires a staff and then one other material, an essence. Like heal staff requires life essence. And you're going to need to make a lot of staves because they all require that. And the recipe for that is a magic essence and a diamond and a stick. And the magic essence is one of every single essence in the game. And those drop off mobs and also are in dungeon chests. So that's how you're going to find them. So we'll grab one of each of these and show you guys exactly how they work. The first one right here is a healing staff. So if you're like injured, if someone's injured, you can use it on them and it heals them. All you have to do is smack them with it. You don't right click or anything. So the water staff, let me get out an Iron Golem actually. We're going to use the poison staff on him. So if I right click with it, he is now poisoned. There's the fire staff that'll light him on fire there. You can see it's like an AoE effect. Like goes through everything in front of me. There's the ice staff. What that one does is slows him down. And then there is the dark staff, shoots like a missile, kind of like one of those mages that we were messing with before. There's also the electric staff, and this one makes you like run forward like crazy. Pretty interesting. This one's the wind staff, and that is actually one of the other mob's moves. So it shoots like a little tornado at him. And this last one right here is the water staff. So it shoots him in the bubble, just like the other mob, and drops you off. So if I right... Oh, God, he's underground. I'm so sorry, Iron Golem. Let me hit you with this one. So if I hit him with this, it heals him. As you can see, the healing staff, I can heal him back to full. So it's like I, never hurt him. I gotta save him. I'm so sorry about that. You alright? Poor Iron Golem. Test subject right there. So there is a bunch of other stuff that corresponds with these. There's all these different styles. So I'm not gonna have to show them, really. For example, there are grenades. And all these grenades are of the same style. All you do is throw them. They do the same effects as the staves do. There's also some weapons right here. There is the Ninja Dagger, the Ender Sword, Mun King Big Sword, Dwarven Spear, and the Magic Pickaxe. So all this stuff drops off bosses. So So when you kill a boss, it can drop some of this different stuff. I believe the Ender Sword drops off the Walker King, and, you know, the Monk King Big Sword off, you know, the giant monkey thing we just saw. So there are no recipes for these. They're all pretty powerful as well. And there are, like, some different craftable weapons, too. There's the Iron Dagger, the Diamond Dagger. They are not as strong as the swords. And also the Iron Big Sword and the Diamond Big Sword, which also are the same strength as a normal sword, but they have a special ability. So if I, like, right-click with it, if I hold... Oh, shit, I gave it to him. My bad. Sorry about that. Wow, you look awesome now. Didn't mean to give that to you. I was trying to show you the ability. Can't even say it now. So if you hold it back and go like that, it like explodes at them. That looks way too big for him, doesn't it? Sorry about that, Enderman. I've made you more powerful now. So there are some unique abilities with a lot of these weapons. And there is also like spears, which are not as strong as a sword either. Use one right here. The Diamond Spear. Try to hit him with it. Does 5 damage. So not as strong as the Diamond Sword. And here is some weird stuff. There's these hooks. So I'm gonna I'll grab the spider hook and the long hook. And I set this up for him specifically. Basically what you can do is you can right click with this and it's gonna like pull you up there. And if, you know, right click again, it'll let you down. So you can like grab onto something else and kind of hook across. I'd probably die trying to do this. You know, it'd be dangerous because I'd miss and then I'd fall. Like trying to get to the second one. So kind of an interesting thing to mess around with. There's also the spider hook, and it grabs on, and if you hold shift, it'll pull you up with this one. So interesting. And also if you hit spacebar, it'll bring you back down. And just right click to let go. There's a manual one that works exactly the same. Alright, so that's it with these weird hook things. Kind of like an interesting thing I've never seen before. And there's also a bow. And all the arrows, same thing, you know, they correspond exactly with the stabs and the grenades I showed you. But there is a revolver. It comes with bullets. You can't craft this. It will be found in dungeons. Actually saw it in one earlier. So you can click with this and you can shoot bullets. There's a lot of damage. 8 damage against the Iron Golem right here. So a powerful weapon you might be able to get, but you can't craft it. You're gonna have to search for it. So now we're on to some gear. This is the turtle set. Obviously, you know, from killing like the turtle boss, you can get the stuff to craft this. And it's exactly as strong as iron is. It's kind of cool looking. I mean, it's interesting. You look, you know, sort of like a turtle, kind of. But yeah, it's as strong as iron. There's also the cloud boots, which are pretty awesome. We'll put these on. So these actually make you jump super high and you don't take any fall damage. So I can go up here. You can jump like all over the place with these. Pretty interesting. So yeah, I can jump everywhere I want, take no fall damage, can jump off mountains if I would like to. Okay, so there's a couple things left. Some of the more interesting, like, weird things right here that I didn't understand at first. So there is a mercenary in this game. I have no idea why it's missing a texture. But you'll see him. I'm going to right-click and spawn him. Dude's got 20 hit points. And this mercenary controller, if you right-click with it... Oh, why did you do that? Damn Enderman. Why did you kill him? Alright, we'll go a little further away. Spawn him right there. And if I use the mercenary controller on him, I now, like, own him. It says friend at your orders, and now it says friend.furious destroyer at the top right there. So he will help me fight in battle. And there is a couple more things here. Take a look. There is also the golden feather, and this will make it so you take no fall damage as well. You just need this in your inventory, and you won't take any damage. And there's a couple more things. Alright, so this one is a cursed bone, and it drops off one of the bosses. If you right-click with it... Oh god, I have it in... You know what? I have it in peaceful right now. If I right-click with that, I get a summoned undead, and he's going to fight with me as well. I don't know if they would fight each other. He looks very angry. They've killed him. But he's friendly if you spawn him. He is friendly. But they go after him anyway. And the last thing interesting, this is like from Dragon Ball Z, I guess. The Scouter. I can't believe there's a Scouter in this. So what it does, it basically is like damage indicators. You can see at the top of the screen now, everything has its own like boss bar. Iron Golem says their health and stuff like that. So if you're not using damage indicators as a mod, you can definitely use this. It does exactly the same thing. So pretty sick. But anyways, guys, that's about all there is to show with this mod. It adds a ton of stuff into the game. Massive dungeons to explore, bosses all over the place, so many mobs, and some really cool weapons, too. So if you want to check this out, the download is in the description. And if you enjoyed the review, I would really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribed. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.